Hey, Editor Hoodie here. I didn't realize I didn't record an intro or outro bit for this video until like right now when I started editing the video. I just wanted to say that this video will contain spoilers for the Backrooms movie, but that's later in the video. I'll put a second spoiler warning when that actually comes up. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you later. Ugh, what the balls? Hey, this reminds me of a movie. So, from the intro and the title and the thumbnail and like literally anything leading up to this point, you can probably tell what we're talking about today. The Backrooms?
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
As you may know, recently the Backrooms movie released, and to get it out of the way, rip the band-aid off early, I liked it. I'll be honest, I think it was neat. However, I do have a little bit of a story to share when it comes to my initial feelings for this movie, so indulge me real quick, if you will. So when I first stepped out of the theater after just watching the movie, I thought to myself, I don't know if I liked that. And then I just kind of went on with my and then I just kind of went on with the rest of my day. I actually saw Obsession right after that, which that was a really good movie. If you want me to make a video on that, let me know. Then after all that was said and done, I eventually just went to sleep. But when I woke up the next morning, all comfy cozy in my bed, I thought to myself, hold up, this writing's kind of fire. Damn! Then I went to go see it again, and yeah, no, this movie fucking rocks. I think the main reason why I was so turned off by the movie at first was because I admittedly hadn't, and still haven't, seen Kane Pixel's original series, so I wasn't used to this iteration of the Backrooms. This guy only played the Roblox games. Sorry? Do I know you? Oh, no, I'm just passing through. Yeah, no, keep going. Just ignore me. Okay. But yeah, my perception of the Backrooms for the longest time was shaped by the more popular, for lack of a better term, bitchified version of the Backrooms that had been around for a while. You know, the one with the multiple levels, like, whoa, here's the level vaguely resembling something from your childhood, but watch out, there's monsters afoot. Don't worry though, here's a step-by-step guide on how not to get your ass eaten, which may work. Fucking stupid. Which may lend itself well to games and YouTube short slop.
What happens when you find Tung 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 Sahur in the back?
But as an actual movie, that'd be fucking terrible. Which really makes me wonder, what was I and so many other people really expecting? So I don't think I really need to explain what the Backrooms are to you, so let's just get into the actual point of this video, the movie, the reason you clicked on this. The Backrooms movie was released in 2026 and was directed by Kane Parsons, or as he's better known online, Kane Pixels, who, by the way, did you know is only 20 years old? The story follows our two main characters, Clark, the owner of a failing furniture store, and who's also kind of a dick, and Mary, his therapist. One night, while dealing with some technical issues in his store, Clark quite literally falls into what seems like another world. This place being the
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Eventually, Clark finds himself stuck in the Backrooms, and Mary, being the good therapist that she is worried about her client, so ends up trying to find him, eventually making her way into the Backrooms as well. That's a very basic synopsis of the story without getting too much into spoilers. But honestly, the plot for this movie is pretty simple and straightforward, but not a lot going on per se. But like, what else could you really do for a movie based on some random pictures some guy took and posted to 4chan a couple of years ago? Again, that was a very simplified version of the story, but the movie is definitely going for a more character-driven narrative, which isn't a bad thing by any means. Obviously I'm just pointing it out. I mean, that's the, the point of the video. Yeah, no shit, dumbass. Okay. So as I mentioned, this movie is very character-driven. So you want people who are capable of portraying your characters properly. Acting. We're talking about the acting. I'm happy to say that the acting is amazing. All of the actors do an amazing job at playing their characters, whether they're one-off background characters or obviously the main cast. I also appreciate how the main cast is made entirely of lesser-known actors instead of a bunch of A-listers like Chris Pratt or fucking Jack Black. God, could you imagine Jack Black in the Backrooms? Clark falls through the wall, he looks up, all he sees is, "Welcome to the Backrooms!" Fucking cinema. And that's really all I have to say. I mean, it was good. The acting was really good. Is that it? Well, yeah. I mean, it was good. That's it. Okay. Now, this aspect in particular is where I think the movie really shines, because the visuals are fucking phenomenal. The actual set of the Backrooms they built specifically for filming looks amazing. Every room, every turn, every crevasse, it looks like the Backrooms. I mean, what else do I say? It looks great. I love it. A little fun fact I enjoy is that the warehouse they used to build the set was so big, and the set itself was so maze-like that both the actors and set designers would genuinely get lost during filming, which, I mean, I just think that's fucking beautiful. The camera work is also phenomenal. Many of the shots linger just long enough so that it really elevates that eerie, liminal feeling that everyone fucking creams their pants for some reason. There are also a few handheld, found footage style shots that, honestly, I think are some of the best parts of the movie. I love them. There is also some really good creature design, but I don't want to get too much into that, to avoid spoilers, but it's there and it's really good. The music, too, is also amazing. Each track has these, long, drawn-out notes and a couple off-note tones that really just gives off this otherworldly feel. I also love how occasionally they'll throw in samples of other musics or beats, but, warp them to sound echoey and eerie and almost, ethereal. This, on top of the visuals, come together to make any moment in the Backrooms feel so unnatural in the best way possible. Anything you want to add to that, buddy? No, you're right. It was really good. Cool. Now, I actually have a little bit more to say about this aspect of the film besides, oh, it's really good and I like it, like I've been saying for most of this video, because, let's be honest, it's been nothing but a glaze fest. With that being said, the writing is really good and I really like it. So first I want to start with the dialogue, which is the part of the writing that I think is the best. It's good. Every conversation feels natural. The characters talk like people and not like fucking ChatGPT. It's never really clunky or fake. It rolls off really well. It works. Now, where I think the movie suffers the most is in the pacing. It's really slow, especially more towards the beginning of the movie. Now, obviously, I know you need a chance to, set up and introduce your characters, especially when you're going for a very character-driven narrative, but it does take them a really long time to get into the Backrooms, the point of the movie. But once they do, I think the movie smooths out from there. It becomes a lot more interesting, but, it is important to note. And that's really about it, I think the writing is very serviceable.
You're forgetting to talk about the deeper meanings.
Alright, you know what? You have done nothing but interrupt me this entire video. So you know what? If you want to talk so bad, go ahead. The floor is yours, pal. Alright. The movie, I believe, is meant to be an allegory for poor mental health. Throughout the film, we are presented with the same idea of repetition, continuing the same patterns and choices every day, regardless of whether the outcome is positive or negative, because, well, it's what we're used to and we know what to expect from them. This is the cycle that many people suffering with mental illness struggle through consistently. It's what can lead them into falling into bad habits such as substance abuse or even self-harm. They understand the consequences of these actions, but it's a lot easier to continue with these familiar choices than to brave the unknown and break them. The film does a great job at representing these themes, not just through the Backrooms itself and its constantly repeating corridors, but through its characters. Clark is a prime example. He himself states at the beginning of the film that he's not the greatest guy. He's constantly hurting people. Whether he wants to or not, he just does. It's just the way he's wired. Then, at the end of the film, after spending a considerable amount of time in the Backrooms, he denounces the idea of breaking that cycle, of changing his aggressive and negative habits. This makes sense because the Backrooms itself is a repeating cycle, constantly recreating places, memories, and even people, creating entities known as still lifes which, despite their warped and flawed appearance, are implied to be a basic reflection of the person they're based on. This is where the entity of Captain Clark comes in. Captain Clark is a reflection of Clark's anger and his tendency to hurt people. This is made apparent by the fact that Captain Clark is the only still life we see actively hunting people within the Backrooms. Clark's inability to change his abusive habits has resulted in an entity who spends its entire existence attacking and destroying anything it can find. It doesn't even seem like Captain Clark is fully aware that this is what he's doing. His actions seem more animalistic than they do malicious. It quite literally is the way he's wired. I think this movie is meant to be a warning, how continuing to feed into these negative cycles can lead to a genuinely detrimental outcome that can not only negatively affect you, but the people around you as well. Now, I am someone who is lucky enough to not have to struggle with poor mental health, so this could be a very surface level and basic interpretation of what this movie is trying to convey, but it is what I gathered from watching the movie, and I just wanted to share it here. Wow. I never really thought about that. That was that was actually really good. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that about covers everything, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I guess I'll see you later. Bye. Ow! What the? Hey, how do we get out of here? Oh, you don't. What? Yeah, no, I've been in here for like 3 months. Ah, fuck. Hey, what's going on? Totally not the same hoodie from the intro. Of course not. If you're listening to this, thank you for watching this far into the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it took so long to come out. I work at a movie theater, and as you know, a couple bangers have been coming out, along with a couple stinkers. And I've just been getting a lot more hours at work, so I've had less time to edit. That's the only reason. Totally. That's not like I'm lazy or anything. No, of course I'm not. I am a fucking YouTuber. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me today. I again hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hi, my name's Jack Black and shit, and I'm stuck in the back rooms. I am walking lost and shit, 'cause I'm stuck in the back rooms. Oh my god, is that Captain Clark?